Yeah, I think you can hear me now, right? Yeah, so I was saying that the One Piece chapter dropped already. It's just Thursday, it's not even Friday. And yeah, I fortunately was able to just set things up so quickly, and here I am. So as always, if you've got anything to say, if you want to follow me reading the chapter, or you've got any other thing you want to say to me about my videos or anything, just drop by in the comments. I'll be sure to respond. I'm so excited. I didn't expect the chapter to drop so early. And it's probably one of the last chapters of the year, right? We're only getting one more chapter, 1070. So I know that the spoilers have been out for like 2 or 3 days. I haven't been spoiled, but I've heard some rumors, but I haven't been properly spoiled, if you know what I mean. So I'll just turn off the fan, I think. Yeah, so I'm starting to read the chapter right now. Chapter 1069 is titled The Desire of All Things Are Born to This World. Oh my gosh. From the title itself, it seems like we're getting something deep, like philosophical or something, but I didn't expect that. I expected Lucci to fight, if not Luffy, but at least some people. So I didn't expect a lore dump in this chapter, but maybe we're not focusing on Lucci. So in the cover page, what's Germa Double Six? An Emotionless Voyage, Volume 26. Lone Shark King. Dufel's charitable work, the Research Institute of Peace, MADS. So who is that? So it's Lone Shark King, Dufeld. Have we seen anybody called Dufeld? I don't think that it's a character we've seen. Is this someone very important to Mads? Like we know that Caesar, we know that that Judge Vegapunk and Queen. Those four were involved in Mads. Who is Dufeld? So it's also titled The Research Institute of Peace. All right, so I think I'll just go past the cover page. So who are running? I think it's the research assistants, right? Kia, widespread disturbance on Egghead. Master Atlas was defeated. Intruders, why are the cipher pole causing a ruckus here? Oh my gosh, that's shot of Bonnie. So we see Luffy and Chopper and Jinbei facing off against Lucci and S-Bear. Oh my gosh, are they gonna fight, or is Luffy gonna carry Bonnie and Vegapunk away from here? Chopper is like, why it's Rob Lucci? Jinbei is like, those guys are really going after Vegapunk. Like, I think that Jinbei can take care of Rob Lucci, you know? He took care of who's who, like mid diff at best. You could even say that it was low diff, you know? And I think that Rob Lucci is stronger than who's who, especially Rob Lucci's demeanor, his personality is more suave, you know? And Rob Lucci is like, I forget the name that Oda gave him, but the nickname is like, he always keeps talking. So he's the opposite of Rob Lucci. So Luffy is like, why are you here, pigeon guy? Hey, Bert, phenomenal chapter. You have read it already. Oh my gosh, the chapter was already out on another website in the morning itself. Oh, I didn't know that, Bert. So you have already read it. And you're saying it's a phenomenal chapter. Oh my gosh. All right, all right. Let's continue. So Hattori is like, cool. Rob Lucci is like, this is a government island, you know? Well, Punk Hazard was also a government island. And so what? The Straw Hats like came to Ennie's lobby. They came to Marineford's Luffy and Rayleigh raided Marineford, you know, and also Impel Down. Not really though. Oh, that's right. It's us being here. That's weird. Let's hurry and escape to the top, Luffy. And Kaku, he's like, how freaking irritating is the Straw Hat crew? Jewelry Bonnie is also there. Okay, so he knows Bonnie. So is there a history there, I wonder? Or is it something like he knows her because she's a part of the supernova? Is it as simple as that? Or is there some history between CP9, CP0 and Bonnie? But even so, don't lay a hand on them, Lucci. Now that Straw Hat became a Yonko, we mustn't fight him, not without permission from the top brass. Well, Can you fight him though? He's a Yonko now. You couldn't even win when he had a bounty of like what, 100 million. I'll leave Bonnie to you, Jinbei. Whoa there. Okay, so Luffy is actually gonna fight. Okay, so Stussy is like, that's true. Considering there are those that are subordinates to a Yonko, a simple skirmish will turn out into an all-out war. So are they worried about other people helping the Straw Hats like the Grand Fleet? Aren't they worried about the Straw Hats themselves? Like Luffy the Yonko is here. Zoro, the right hand of the Pirate King, is here. Sanji is here. So she isn't worried about the main force. Report this immediately to the Marines. Yes, ma'am. Hey, so Luffy, who does he see? Oh, he sees Atlas. Like, uh, oh my gosh, Atlas is in very bad shape. Hey, you, whoa, this is terrible. It's a girl from before. Bert says Yonko status going wild. Right. So I'm really liking that Luffy and the others are getting the respect, at least some lip service from Stussy, at least, even if they're gonna fight them. Still, it's something like, oh, Luffy's a Yonko. You shouldn't mess with him right now without top orders. Lucci is like, I'm well aware that fighting them is not a good idea. Please look after her, Chopper. Okay, but I think Frank is more suited to this kind of job, not me. Why? Why Frankie is more suited? I don't know. Chopper, what are you talking about? Why is Frankie more suited to look after someone like Bonnie? Is it because Luffy asked Chopper to protect Bonnie, so Frankie is more of a bodyguard because he's stronger? I think that's what Chopper means. Keep your mouth shut. This is an internal government issue. This girl, she gave us meals to eat, you know? Okay, so that's the only thing that matters to Luffy. Someone feeds him, he can take on the whole world for that person. um, so Perth says Stussy is a very interesting character. I agree. Yeah, she is very important. I think specifically important to this island, like Egghead. So I actually heard a theory that Stussy is the seventh Vegapunk body, you know, because Vegapunk has six other bodies besides his own old body. So it could be like he has seven deadly sins, and Stussy could be lust because she was also related to the pleasure hall or something. Um, so I really like that theory. But at least Stussy has been to Egghead like Bonnie, so she could be related to Bonnie, or maybe she could be like accomplice. And another thing is that Bonnie is out cold, so we don't know if Bonnie would have recognized Stussy if she saw her. And also Kaku knows Bonnie, so maybe the dots are connecting. So we go to Marine headquarters. Okay, okay. Wow, Marine headquarters. I really love the admirals, you know. The Straw Hat Pirates are within Egghead Island, you say? Why? So who is saying that? Oh, it's Akainu. Good grief, the situation is getting more and more complicated. Does this mean Vegapunk noticed that Cypherpole is targeting him? Huh? Then does that mean that they forced their entry? If you are going to declare war, you could have consulted with me first, you damn brats. Oh, so Akaino doesn't even he didn't know that Cypherpole was targeting Vegapunk, but he's also saying that does that mean that Vegapunk noticed that that happened? So it happened, but he wasn't consulted or something, or maybe he came to know about it later. Could be something like that. So Bert says Luffy's talking about treating Atlas, and see, since she is a clone, then Frankie has the expertise of treating her. Oh, right, 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 Bert. So I don't know why I was thinking about Bonnie, about taking care of Bonnie. So Luffy was talking about Atlas, right? Okay, so let me just take a scroll back and see. Yeah, you're probably right. That makes a lot of sense. Um, so we don't actually see who Luffy talks about, you know? We don't see so yeah, we do see it. So he handed Bonnie to Jimbei, and he told Chopper to look after Atlas. You're right, Bert. Yes, exactly. So he has two people. Yeah, he had two people do things for him, like watching over Bonnie. and also Atlas. Hi, Sanjida. Hi. So I saw you that you emailed me. So everyone, Sanjida makes my thumbnails. So she does a she did it like in 10 minutes or something. Thank you so much, Sanjida. All right. So let me continue reading. Okay. So Akainu is saying, if Vegapunk will ally himself with Straw Hat, it will leave a crack on our enormous military strength. Where's Kizaru? He heard the strategy beforehand and is now headed towards Egghead. Kizaru, my favorite admiral, Borsalino Kizaru. Make sure to tell Lucci that he should wait for the Marines' arrival. Yes, sir, he must not fight against Straw Hat at all costs. Of course, he doesn't stand a chance against Luffy, but probably Kizaru, like, he may win versus Luffy, but I don't know if he comes alone. Maybe he will not be able to defeat all the Straw Hats. But yeah, he is Yonko caliber for sure, for sure. So in the new world, Egghead. Now wait just a damn minute, Lucci. Wait, Luffy. Okay, so both of them are telling the leaders to wait, the captains to wait. Wait, Luffy, wait, Lucci. Luffy, know your stance here. This will become a major incident. Okay, wait a minute. So, Part, so when you told me that he told Chopper to look after Atlas, I thought that, so I connected it and I agreed with you. But now here I'm seeing that Chopper is actually holding Bonnie, and then Jimbei is holding Atlas. It's probably because Atlas is so big, Chopper can't hold her. He probably could, but Jimbei is much stronger. You can say he's most probably stronger than Chopper, even in Monster Point. So that's why Jimbei is carrying Atlas, and then Chopper is carrying Bonnie. So look at Chopper though; he is very big in his form as well. He towers over like the others. This will become a major incident. What is that? Was that how Rob Lucci looked before? What? What are they talking about? Rob Lucci, how he looked before. What do they mean? Now this is a rare sight. Look at their speed. There are many cases that the awakening of the Zoan types robs their uses of their own personality. So the Zoan type awakening robbed Lucci. I mean robbed Lucci. That's a mouthful to say. Okay, so Rob Lucci has mastered an awakening. Okay, okay. So he actually doesn't look very threatening. He looks a bit elongated, and he has those flames coming out of him. This reminds me of Kaido of Momonosuke, because he has the similar devil fruit. And also Luffy. Luffy in Gear Fifth, he has some flame type thing coming out of his, like, his aura. His aura is something resembling flame. So is that a characteristic element of awakenings, of Zoan awakenings, especially? Well, Lucci doesn't have a mythical zone, so he has the normal zone. So of all zone awakenings may have those flames. That's great. That's great. So Lucci has a new power. He has awakening. Okay. Straw Hat, don't think you're the only one who's gotten stronger. Nekonomi, model, leopard, awakening form. Stop it, Lucci. We haven't got permission yet. Shaka, has he appeared? The White Warrior? What? White Warrior? Who is the White Warrior? Whoa, the real Vegapunk was just below a while ago. So he just teleported himself. And Frankie, look at Frankie. Frankie has love eyes, has hurt eyes for Vegapunk. He's simping on Vegapunk. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Tell me, what is this transformation of Straw Hat called? We don't really know. We don't really quite know it ourselves, Nami says. Isn't it a power of the Gomu Gomu no Mi? Hey, Razy, Lucas, hello there. Thanks for joining. Thanks for dropping by in the comments. I really enjoyed my time in the cross guild connections, that mini reverie that we had. Thanks so much for joining. Have you read the chapter yet? So I'm in the middle of reading the chapter. I'll continue. So if you've got anything to say, please say it in the comments. I'll be sure to respond. So you have read the chapter. Okay, okay. All right. So I was here. The White Warrior. Whoa, the real Vegapunk was just below a while ago. Tell me, what is this transformation of Straw Hat called? We don't really quite know it ourselves. Isn't it the power of the Gamo Gamo no Mi? And then and then is he going to, oh, so Luffy transformed into Gear 5th already. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me slow down. So Vegapunk says that there's no record of the Gamo Gamo no Mi written in the old Devil Fruit and old encyclopedia at all. Okay, so there was no Gamo Gamo no Mi, no established Gamo Gamo no Mi in the whole encyclopedia. Well, that doesn't really shock me because I don't think that the encyclopedia has like most of the devil fruits as well. Some of them, like as far as I know, many of them haven't been shown, uh, do not exist in the devil fruit encyclopedia, right? Let me zoom in. It's just it's such a packed page. And then wait, it's loading. So Usopp is saying, even if you say that Luffy himself called it the Gamo Gamo no Mi, what a beautiful form, Vegapunk says. So what is he doing actually? Is he analyzing Luffy's devil fruit powers by scanning him or something? What is he doing? This form looks exactly like the god. Oh wow, like the sun god Nika, of course. Beep beep. Mentioned in the ancient documents. A god? This is Luffy we're talking about here. He's just an idiot, Sanji says. Oh my gosh, Luffy is transformed into Gear 5th. Yes, the warrior of liberation. That is always playful and puts a smile on the people's faces. Also known as the sun god Nika. Nika, never heard of it. So the other research assistants, they're actually surprised, but Nami, she is so confused. Of course you haven't, Vegapunk says, because that name has been erased from history. Okay, so only who's who, and the person who was talking about it in Impel Down that got killed because of mentioning it, though that person knew it. Okay, so what are they doing? Oh my gosh, Shigan, and Luffy is dodging and he's having so much fun. And he's like taking his head and then elongating it and then taking his head. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But as long as people continue to yearn for it, its existence will never disappear. Look at Lucci's face when Luffy has his eyes bulging out. Oh my gosh. The desires of all things are born in this world. Take, for example, oh, okay. The desires of all things are born in this world. Is this what devil fruits are? The manifestation of desires. Something like we know from the concept of Jujutsu Kaisen, like curses, they are born from malicious intent, from fear, from like every evil desires. So devil fruits are like that as well. Oh my gosh, the chapter is also titled that. So it's very interesting. So Pert says this proves that Devil Fruit Encyclopedia is not written by Vegapunk. Oh yes, that's right. Because someone who could write the Devil Fruit Encyclopedia would be someone we know is a genius, right? And Vegapunk is the world's most renowned genius in the world. So he probably wrote it. So normal people would think that, but Vegapunk is talking about it like this, that there is a Devil Fruit Encyclopedia, but he has never heard of the Gamo Gamo no Mi. So that means that it was written probably in the void century, or maybe somewhere in between, or maybe even further away. So there's also the question, did devil fruits exist prior to the void century? Who knows? Well, if they did exist, then the futuristic, like the ancient kingdom were far more advanced than the One Piece world right now, then that could explain that someone of even a more genius intellect than Vegapunk wrote it, or an agency wrote it, or something, many people combined. Take for example the devil fruits has the same concept. Okay, the devil fruits has the same concept, huh? The devil fruits are the potential of human evolution that humanity wished for. Oh my gosh. We're getting lordoms about devil fruits, about what they are. So Oda didn't lie. He said that when Vegapunk would appear in the story, then we would know the secret of devil fruits. And it makes so much sense. So I really like this explanation. As I said, I'm a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen and the concept about curses. I really like that. So it's very similar to that. I don't think it's the exact same though. So let's keep reading. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if I was like that? Wouldn't it be great if I was like this? So Luffy has the most freedom in the whole world in this form. And Luffy has a ton of crazy ideas. As we know, he has a lot of moves. I think he has the most number of moves of all shonen protagonists. So his creativity is his strength. They have the powers of the diverse future of humankind. Future, okay? Therefore, these abnormalities are hated by the sea, the mother of all nature. Oh my gosh, what a lore dump we're getting right now! Can't believe it. I can't believe my eyes. I'm finally learning about devil fruits. Their existence is burdened with this punishment. But why does the sea uh, hate evolution of humanity? Why? Because when humanity evolves, there's no longer the power of the sea being almighty. Or in the One Piece world, we know that Mother Nature is very powerful. When Because of storms, even someone like Shiki, Yonko caliber, they can't even deal with it. So is that why? Because the sea wants to retain its status quo as the most important, as the most powerful, like, entity. Like, it's not even an entity, is it? Like, it's the most powerful and dangerous element of the One Piece world. That's why it doesn't want to relinquish its powers to devil fruits. These so-called devil fruit users are beings living in a completely different world that many people wished for and envisioned. So these are the manifestations of humanity's desires, of their dreams. Okay, so it makes sense. So Lucas says, this devil fruit theory gives a lot of context to Blackbeard. Bert says it existed since Toki has a devil fruit. But she was born in the Void Century, right, Bert? She wasn't born like before the ancient kingdom happened. Like, she wasn't born 1,000 years ago. Like, we know that she is at least born 800 years ago, right? Somewhere in between 800 and 900 years ago. I don't know. I don't remember the exact timing. So Bert says this is the perfect time to show Law versus Blackbeard. Law figuring out Blackbeard's secret of two devil fruits. Yes, I agree. I agree. Because I also heard some YouTubers say that whenever lore dumps about devil fruits are given, then if it pans out and shows, if Oda shows Law and Blackbeard, maybe Law figuring out something, or maybe Blackbeard figuring out something and winning and defeating Law, Blackbeard defeating Law, either of that, it could tie in very nicely with a devil fruit explanation. So Vegapunk says, this is my theory. There is no need to think about whether there is a god or not. Isn't this world so interesting? And look at Sanji, oh my gosh. So interesting. Frankie, Usopp, they're all so they're starstruck. And Frankie isn't having his herd eyes appear anymore. He's so shocked. Wow, what a chapter! Oh my gosh. Oh, we see Sentomaro. Okay, what is he gonna do? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Today's supposed to be my off day. Okay. Hey, old man Punk, what should I do? Marine Headquarters Science Unit Captain. Oh, we see Seraphim Jembe as Bear, as Snake, as Hawk. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. As Boa, as Mihawk, love them. No, Sentomaro, the truth is CP0 is aiming for my life. What? My apologies, but could you drive CP0 away from this island? Wait a minute, won't that make me a defector too? Yeah, so Sentomaro, if you were Sentomaro, would you like would you follow the world government or would you follow the person that you are a bodyguard for? Well, he at least was Vegapunk's bodyguard. I don't know if he is still. You're right, I should have asked for your opinion first. This funny. So Lucas says, people's dreams have no end. Yes, exactly. So Blackbeard could, in fact, be referring to devil fruits, like manifesting a devil fruit. So also think of this: Blackbeard waited how many years? 20 years or something in Whitebeard's crew so that he could get Thatch's devil fruit, right? Well, he didn't know at first that it was Thatch's devil fruit. He came to know afterward, and then he had this dream so much. He had such an intense dream that he manifested it. He manifested a way. He performed a miracle by surviving Magellan, by coming to Marineford and taking Whitebeard's devil fruit as well. So Blackbeard is very lucky, like Luffy. Blackbeard is also very, very lucky. And fate, well, another way of saying lucky is that fate loves you. So yeah, fate will love you if your desires are manifested by your resolve, by your haki. So Sentomaru says the Cipher Pole are allies, the pirates are the enemies. Should I order them to fight alongside CP0? Sentomaru, in the past, it was me who picked you up when you had nothing to eat. So Vegapunk is negotiating with Sentomaru. Okay. So what will you do? That's quite the pressure you're putting me on. So Sentomaru looks like he's from Wano, right? So and look at the eyes of S Hawk, S Bear, and S Snake. So Mihawk has the ringed eyes as well as the star. Look at that. So he normally we know that the original Mihawk has the ringed eyes, and this Mihawk, like the other Seraphim as well, has the star as well. So it's probably both. He has the powers of a pacifista, and he also has his own powers of him, like of the world's strongest swordsman. The ringed eyes are probably important. He's got three seraphims with him. This is looking tough. Hey, Asbear, go ahead and destroy one of them. Okay, so Asbear versus the original Jimbe, or maybe the Asbear versus uh, S Shark, right? The Seraphim Jimbe. It's impossible, Kaku. We're at a disadvantage here. So Stussy knows what's happening. Even if Luffy wasn't there, do you think that with S Bear he could probably cancel out one Seraphim? But could CP0 defeat two Seraphims? I don't think so. I don't think that they could even defeat one. Like probably as Kuma, as Bear, he could take out someone um like as Shark, like Seraphim Jimbe, but as Boa, I mean as Snake and as Hawk are also there, and I don't think that the CP0 combined can take them down. Hey Asbear, get rid of those government officials there. Beep beep. So Sentomaro is actually commanding Asbear, the one who is with CP0. Oh crap, that's right. Our authority chip is no match to the one he has. Oh my gosh. So I was thinking whether even with Asbear's help, if they could defeat, like if they could capture Vegapunk without even the Straw Hats meddling at all. But then even the chip that they had, he isn't actually listening to them because Sentomaro has control. Yes, the rank of authority they follow is different than those of the pacifistas. Even if the five elders, oh my gosh, wow, even if the five elders orders them through the transponder snails, it will be invalid. So we have the pacifistas rank of authority. Number one, five elders. Number two, Dr. Vegapunk, Stella plus satellites. Number three, Santomaro. Number four, holder of the authority chip. But Stussy just said that even if the five elders ordered it through the transporters list, it won't work. But here it said that the rank of authority is first given to the five elders. Probably the transponder snails are the issue here. If they give it live, if they come here and then give it to the Seraphim's face, then it probably will outrank Sentomaro and Dr. Vegapunk, but not through a transponder snail. Is that right? Also, now that I think about it, it would be a loss of an asset for the government if we destroy a Seraphim. Damn it, Lucci, why aren't you thinking this through? Awesome chapter, awesome chapter. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. So Luffy and Lucci are continuing to fight, and Luffy has the upper hand. Yes, Gomo Gomo no Mogura pistol. What Mogura? So Mogura, it was a Mogura port, right? So it means mole. Yes, yes, it is written. Translator's note: mole pistol, Mogura port. So I remember Dax Sake's Pluton is a mole theory. So he also talked about Mogura port in Wano. It means mole port. One of the meanings of Mogura is mole. Sentomaro says, well then, let's go. S-Snake, you will guide the Straw Hat Pirates to the Frontier Dome using the vacuum rocket. So, S-Snake is going to meet Luffy. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I wonder if she's gonna love Luffy. S-Hawk and S-Shark, you will hold off CP0 here. Even one of them could, you know? Chopper, are my eyes deceiving me? So you noticed it too. I also thought he looked just like you. Hmm. These brown skinned fellows look familiar. That's racism. To the former members of the Seven Warlords, I never thought they would clone us. Hey, Axe Guy! Oh, Luffy's flying in the air. He's floating. It's been a while. So he's talking to Sentomaro. Straw Hat, don't casually call me by my weapon's name. Oh, that was a funny retort. Don't forget that we're enemies, so you'll let old man Punk escape with you? Yeah, he requested it. It's fine. I don't know if I can rely on you about that. But who would have thought you'd become an emperor? I can't quite understand that form of yours. Shogun. Shogun? Shogun. Okay. So what does Shogun means? Oh, there's a translator's note which says it says pistol hand. Okay. So what happened? Ruthlessly pierced through the chest. Whose chest did he ruthlessly pierce through? Is it a Marine soldier? Why would it be a Marine soldier? Oh, it's Sentomaro. Okay, so it's Sentomaro actually. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Axe guy, God, we just have to kill the control tower. Seraphim, obey our orders. Chapter 6, 1069 and serialization break. We will resume on weekly Shonen Jump New Year issues 4 to 5. New Year? So that's the final chapter we're getting. Oh my gosh, the chapter ended. So it was a big chapter, I won't lie, but it was so exciting from start to end. 10 out of 10 chapter. Oh my gosh, we saw. Let me just skim through it. Pert says this is indeed an awesome chapter. Exactly. I think it's 10 out of 10 actually. So, guys, what do you think about the cover page? Who is it? It says Lone Shark King, do Fell's charitable work, the Research Institute of Peace, MADS. Presented by Lou Felt, MADS. So we started the chapter with Luffy and Chopper and Jinbei facing off against Lucci and S-Bear. And then Kaku was there. He recognized Bonnie. Luffy gave Bonnie to Jinbei. He told Chopper to look after Atlas. And then we turn to Akainu, and I don't know who the guy is who is with Akainu receiving the order. And then we know that Kizaru is coming to Egghead. Oh my gosh, my favorite admiral is coming to Egghead. Wait, Luffy, know your stance here. Was that how Rob Lucci looked before? So we saw Lucci's awakening. Really like Lucci's awakening. But what's that behind? Like, is that his tail? I also saw it while reading the chapter the first time, but his tail looks weird. I really love how Frankie is loved. I love eyes about Vegapunk. And then Vegapunk with that massive lore dump about devil fruits, what they are. And in this panel where Luffy is hitting Lucci with a punch, we see black lightning. Does that mean that Lucci has conquerors? And now Robin is actually like sweating. Is it because she's having some PTSD after seeing Lucci? Or is she just surprised at the explanation? Because she also has a devil fruit, you know? I'm really, really, really excited for next week's chapter. S Snake is going to go guide the Straw Hats. Oh my gosh. I hope S Snake has some reaction to Luffy because we know that the memories they can't be erased completely. The lineage factors, the DNA that Vegapunk extracted from the Shichibukai and made the seraphims with, so those memories also stay. Well, Boa was probably captured, like her DNA was probably taken very long ago. So at that time, she of course didn't meet Luffy. She just met Luffy about 2 years ago. So would Seraphim Boa actually recognize Luffy or feel something for Luffy? Who knows? So Sentomaru is out. Shogun ruthlessly pierced through the chest. Axe guy. So Lucas says, I learned something interesting after reading the chapter. When the dream stealer steals someone's dreams, the person is no longer able to sleep. Did someone steal Blackbeard's dream? Oh. Okay, so the dream stealers when the dream stealers steal someone's dreams, so that makes the other person unable to sleep afterward. Okay, so I didn't know that. What if Blackbeard has become a dream stealer? If devil fruits are the byproducts of people's dreams, Blackbeard may actually want to devour all devil fruits, not just three. Yeah, that makes sense. But if that were the case, that if he were able to have more than two or more than three, if he could devour every single devil fruit that he wanted, then I think that he would have had a ton by now, because the last time we saw Blackbeard before the time skip, he had just had two, and afterward, within the 2 years that he was a Yonko, he was hunting for devil fruits. He gave some of them to his crew. For example, he gave the clear fruit, Absalom's fruit, to Shiryu. And I don't know if Blackbeard is thinking about his crew a lot. If he would rather give his crew a lot of devil fruits, if he could take them himself, because we know that in order to capture Boa, he was okay with like letting Vasco Shot and Katarina Devon. No, not Katarina Devon. So the two commanders that he had with him. So Lucas says maybe, but it would explain why he's going after seemingly random fruits. Yeah, if he is actually going after seemingly like he's actually going after random fruits, then yes, because even if he takes 100 fruits, it's okay. So in that argument, in that line of argument, you're right. It could be, But I don't think that he is going after random fruits actually, because Boa's fruit is very important, and Blackbeard calculates a lot before putting out his plans in action. Not always, because some of his actions seem random and illogical. For example, against Magellan, it seemed like he had a plan versus Magellan. So Perth says, if that's the case, then he would have taken Marco's fruit after he defeated him. That's a very good point, Perth. But even if that's not the case, I wonder why Blackbeard didn't take Marco's devil fruit. Even if he himself couldn't use the Phoenix fruit, someone else in his crew could, right? So I am really surprised. That's a good point that you brought up, but for another reason, not just for himself, but also for his crew. Like we know that his crew, he's giving many of his crew members devil fruits, maybe all of the crew members devil fruits. Why wasn't Marco's devil fruit given? Maybe Marco was able to escape. Maybe Marco was able to, after being defeated, he is not dead. That's why he was probably able to escape with his life. That's why his devil fruit isn't taken. But the other Whitebeard pirates, for example, Jozu, for example, Vista, like Vista didn't have a devil fruit, right? But Jozu, the diamond fruit, it could be that Blackbeard um, took it and gave it to one of his crew members, or maybe even himself. But if it was himself, then we probably would have seen it in action, unless Oda is just waiting to bring it out for more shock, for more of a shock value. So yeah. Okay, so Lucas says Blackbeard is calculated. He might be prioritizing what fruits he needs at any given time. As for his crew, as long as Blackbeard has a use for his crew, he'll let them keep the fruits. Hmm. Right. Because I was also thinking about Absalom's clear fruit, because it's not necessarily very, very important. It's not overpowered, especially if you have observation, you have future sight. Then even if someone is invisible, and even if he's not able to be sensed by observation haki, if he's invisible, there are a lot of there are a lot of other weaknesses of the clear fruit we saw in Sanji versus Absalom. So I don't think that the clear fruit is an overpowered devil fruit, but he still took it. Blackbeard took it. So I think that he wouldn't have gone out by himself to get Absalom's clear fruit. But since Absalom came to try to rescue Moria, that's probably um, why Blackbeard defeated him and then gave it to Shiryu. So he wouldn't have just gone out by himself to take the fruit. Those cases are very special, like Whitebeard, like Thatch. And another thing is that Blackbeard waited 20 years, right? I think it was 20 years. It was advantageous at the moment, Razy says. So another thing that is that Blackbeard waited almost 20 years in Whitebeard's crew to get the Mero no Mi, right? To get the flame fruit. Um, sorry, to get the Yami no Mi. I mean, to get Thatch's Yami no Mi, darkness fruit. However, if he were able to take any devil fruits that he wanted, then he probably would have gotten other devil fruits by that time as well. Yeah, so you raised a very interesting point, but I don't necessarily agree. But it's a good point regardless. It could be that he didn't have that ability before, but he may be able to get even more devil fruits. Because yes, I did think about Blackbeard not only necessarily having three devil fruits, but even more. So that could tie into the final battle if Blackbeard is the final villain. So the stream is already 45 minutes. So yeah, so Lucas says good point. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream. Thank you so much for commenting, Lucas, Parth, Sanjida, and everyone who joined in the live stream, in the, everyone who viewed it. So thank you so much. And if you don't know, I have some latest videos. If you haven't watched it, I just uploaded a video today, this morning. If you're in the United States, it was last night. So I uploaded a video reviewing the anime of this week that just aired, not just yet, but aired about 5 days ago. It was 10:43, and the last week's chapter, manga chapter. So I reviewed them. I made some very interesting points according to me, and I also connected the last week's manga chapter with last week's anime episode. So do check it out. Bert says, "Have you been following FIFA World Cup?" So no, I haven't been I don't watch the FIFA World Cup like minute by minute, but I do know the results. I do keep up with the results sometimes. So I am Team Brazil. I am a supporter of Brazil, but I don't really watch it very much. I don't really have that much time. But yeah, I do sometimes look at the scores. I sometimes I watch the penalty of yesterday. So I do watch some of it, but it's very little. And I'm not a big fan of football. I used to be when I was a kid. Yeah, but I don't really have time right now. Who do you support, Parth, in the FIFA World Cup? So we've got a break next week, and it says that the next chapter will come out in the new year, as far as I understood it. But I think the scans will be out earlier, right? Oh, Perth, you're an Argentinian fan. Yeah, I do like Argentina, even though I'm a fan of Brazil. It's not like I hate Argentina. Many people are like that, like Brazil fans don't like Argentina fans, but I do respect Argentina. All right, so thank you so much, Perth. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, everyone who joined in. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. So next week, since we have a break, I won't be doing a live stream, but I'll think about coming up with a video if I'm free. So yeah, thank you.